Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Watching TV. My name is Jade. If you are new to Simply Watching TV, where we are currently talking about Girlfriends Season 2 and Sex and the City Season 2. So, I know it has been a minute. Grad school is kicking my butt. But we are here, we are back. Thank you guys so much for watching the previous videos. If you guys are new again, go ahead and watch the previous videos. Let's catch up. Let's see what we've been talking about in the meantime. And that'll catch you up to what we are about to discuss tonight. So tonight we are talking about Girlfriends Season 2, Episode 2, Just Say No. So let's get into it. So we start off at the law firm at Goldsberg, Sweetelson, McDonald, and Lee. And William is over here flirting with all the girls in the lobby. Okay, maybe not the lobby, but just like in the hallways and stuff. And Maya's like, cut it out. Like, you're freshly engaged. What are you doing? Like, you don't need to be frolicking with all the women's is around here, okay? Like, don't forget, don't act crazy. You're engaged to Yvonne. Like, don't forget. But you know what? William always gives me, like, if the second two or more women start giving him attention, he is going to just lose his mind. Let me find out William was also walking around with a case of bad gingivitis and halitosis. What are you talking about? Is the second you notice you start scrubbing your tongue? What? Yeah, because don't nobody want to be smelling that tonker truck of a brat. So now William going to be spending all day and all night and every piece of a billable hour trying to figure out if people want him because they want him or if they want him because he's newly engaged and he's fresh off the market, and people always want what they can't have. Joan's like, I'm gonna go with the latter because who was checking for you before Yvonne, boo? Nobody. So relax. Joan, don't nobody care that you was lying to Dr. Bales about you not ending your friendship with Tony. We all knew you wasn't gonna want to end your friendship with Tony. Get over it. Maya, I'm going to say this one time and one time only, and then I'm going to move on. That hair was hard. That makes sense why her hair was looking so hard, because she had her stand-in hair appointment that same day. Here's the thing. Getting your hair done, I think, watching this at a different time, before having an actual job, it just didn't make sense. But getting your hair done on the clock is insane for anybody. Like, black, white, don't matter, however long it takes, because your lunch is never long enough. You can put all of your breaks together, your 2:10s and your lunch together, and that still won't be enough time for you to get your hair done and come back and still be effective. Maya, what were you thinking? And don't nobody have time, and then you going down to Ronnie's, down at Situations. You're going to be there for at least 5 hours. So, like, that's the rest of the working day. And considering the fact that you were always at Joan's house anyway, breakfast, lunch, dinner, morning, noon, and night, you could have booked an appointment to get your hair done on a weekend like everybody else. This was a little jokey joke by William about making friends with the help, but because the second y'all started going to the club together, that girl has been using up your time and hers, doing whatever she want to do. People don't do that when they don't feel comfortable with you, girl. I wish an assistant would tell me ain't nobody the boss of her. Try telling that to the unemployment line while you figuring out when you gonna cash your next check. Yeah, I bet you figure out who your boss is then. Oh God, Oh, so now all of a sudden you don't want to talk about Tony in your therapy session when she's the reason why you started going to therapy in the first place. Just because you don't want to make up your mind and cut off the relationship, don't be sitting here wasting Dr. Bell and anybody else's time and anybody else's billable hours. Of course she didn't break it off with Tony Dr. Bells because she doesn't have a spine. And now, you know what? This was the episode of all of Joan's friends are just going to sit here and take advantage of her. Because what is Bosco doing on my floor? I promise you, Lynn, Bosco, and that little dog would have been swimming on a Jamaican jerk playing with me in my house. Why are you bear crawling on my floor? You're not even supposed to be in here. You know when you like done with a person, like whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever, and you just are irritated by whatever they have to say and whatever they do. Like they can breathe and you're just like, Yeah. I'm dead at Joan's therapist, not only running into her at Ame, but introducing himself. Whatever happened to confidentiality? And you're introducing yourself to the presenting problem that I'm coming into this session about. Again, whatever happened to confidentiality? Why is this even happening right now? Now I bet you, child, he charged her $500 an hour, a second, a multi-minute, just to tell her that you need to learn how to say no to people, honey. You need to learn how to say no. Lynn would have been out on the curb. I promise you. I know I've said that every time we go onto a scene with her and Bosco, but when I tell you Lynn would have been on the curb, because not only are you doing whatever you please in my house, regardless of what I have to say about it, but you're bringing strangers. He could be an axe murderer, and now he knows where both of us stay. He could be a predator. He could be a serial killer. He could be a scammer. He could be a liar. He could be fill in the blank. He could be a whole lot of things that I don't want people to know in the address to my house because I don't know him. Are you joking? And you done brought him to my very nice, very lavish house over here in where? Larchmont? She would have been on the curb. And I don't want to hear nothing about Vasco rolling his eyes, because if it was such a bad idea to you, you wouldn't have been down for it in the beginning. I'm gonna dress like Joan when I become like an actual official businesswoman. Like blazers, jeans, tank tops, cute little blouses underneath the blazers, like just interchangeable blazers, cute little strappies. All that cute handbags. I'm doing it. I wouldn't have had a problem with this. Let me tell you why. Because I don't have the capacity for 50 million people asking me to do 50 million things that I don't want to do, like, at which none of them are things that I want to do. I'm telling you, I promise you, I don't have a problem letting you know I don't want to do that. Now I might have a small problem depending on who it is, but it was just from left and right. Can I do this? Can I go here? Can I go there? No! Now the homeless and the hairless are sitting at the local sushi bar ragging on the person who's been carrying them on her back this whole time. I wish y'all would congregate and sit up and talk about how I've become a pain because I'm finally putting my foot down and letting y'all know what time it is when it comes to taking advantage of me and my resources. Maya, please, again, if your hair is so important to you, then you do like everybody else and figure out another time during your off days when to get your hair done. And Ronnie, down in situations, is just gonna have to understand. Lynn, get a job. And I will tell you one good thing. I will give Maya that one good one. She should have had this gusto for Tony in the beginning. Girl, Tony, you can't do this. You can't do that. We are not friends because you tried to be vindictive and sleep with my man after an accident on my part. She should have done that. I'll give it to you. I wish the presenting problem would stampede into my therapy session. Then again, of course, why not? Why not? Let's bring her in here. I wonder, was he an LMFT? He's definitely rooting for the friendship. That's how you know Maya really do not have nothing better to do, and she just be fulfilling her task in like 2.3 seconds each, because how do you have time to go get your hair done and you got time to set up and prank William all day, sending a bunch of women his way to make sure that he is perfectly on track to get married? That is the sign of somebody who is bored at work. Not Maya and Yvonne in on the prank. I know that's right. I know that's right.